Hello everyone, welcome to Fableheim and Aethermancer, a Steam demo. The Creature Collector Steam Fest is live from May 12th to May 19th, and the Creature Collector I've had my eyes on got an update. So today we will be exploring the new creature and changes added to the demo. I'll leave a link in the description to both the Steam page where you can download the demo for yourself and the full patch notes if you would like to read them for yourselves. Most of the changes are balance related, and they are beginning to add in mouse controls. I, of course, prefer the keyboard, but for those who would like to click things, mouse controls are coming. But the big new thing is a new friend, the Grimoire. This is a creature you can capture in the second zone, and it is the game's second wild elemental focus character, just like the Starseeker. So, he is a living tome. Whenever your allies spend 2 ether of each element, Unleash Tome may be used once. Unleash Tome uses a powerful action without spending ether as a free action from a choice of 3 random actions. Wild ether spent fills the least filled element. He also shows Scald, which is a fire, water, 2x3 damage against our enemy, applies 3 burn, and Swipe, which is an earth wind. Sorry, I couldn't think of the green one for a second. 2x3 damage against target enemy, steals 1 enemy ether. So the Grimoire is kind of like, I don't really want to say a support, but an ancillary type character that can manipulate ether and can probably be thrown in with just about anyone. We're going to normality to learn how he works, how he functions, but if there's enough interest or if we have enough fun today, perhaps I will finally attempt to challenge Heroic. And by challenge, I mean hopefully try to win. It's just the final boss always gets me. Well, you know, if we have an ancillary character doing all sorts of things, there's no one better than my boy, the GOAT, Jotun, to give him a hand. I actually did 2 runs to try and capture this guy, the Grimoire. The first time I was too strong in a normal run, so I believe I showcased the damage I did to the fight. Oh, that's a dead end, sorry. I recorded the final fight. At least, you know, the ending of it, so you can see how ridiculous it was. But we found a knight. Behold, Zedix, we are walking the pilgrimage path. Well, I suppose we both already been here a few times by now. Almost feels like home already, doesn't it? Ha ha ha. Sir Tiberian holds a small box to his ears and shakes it. I'm trying to figure out what's in this mystery loot box. There's 2 pieces of equipment in there. How about it, my fellow Void Delver? Should we open it up and take 1 equipment each? Oh, you get to pick first. Sure, I'll take free stuff. Why not? Excelsior! On support action, cleanse when debuff, and applies to every character. Heals the eye with the lowest health. Increase damage of burn against enemies. Interesting. Oh, so that one is good. I mean, good choice. So, I don't know if the Grimoire can get support abilities, but the Jotun can, so we'll just give that to him. The burn, irrelevant, but so be it. If you have... Oh. Who are you? Oh my, you are a strange-looking one, are you not? I'm an Aethermancer, actually. My name is Sidix. Oh, well, I'm Kifa. I'm a monsterkin. You don't have, like, a close-up image. Did you get lost in the void too? No, I fully intend to be here. Oh, really? Perhaps you can help me with finding this one herb, then. You see, it is for Mayor Gustavo. He's been getting heartburns again lately. I'm pretty sure Gustavo would feel a lot better knowing you weren't endangering yourself in the void. I know. It's not like I was trying to get lost in here. All right, I'll head back to Pilgrim's Rest right away. That path behind you looks safe. By rescuing this character, you and your monsters have formed a bond to Pilgrim's Rest. We cleansed corruption, which we don't presently have. Ah, well. No big deal. So if you've never seen Aethermancer before, this is a creature collector, and our goal is to destroy the enemies. One of its main features is all about elemental manipulation, and hopefully I can showcase that here. With this guy. Oh yeah, we're going to yoink his ether too. So there's a little crystal next to the enemy's HP bar, and that crystal corresponds to an element. And you can see this attack dealing wind and earth doesn't affect this guy's crystal at all, because that's a water crystal, I think. However, the guy we attacked, we jumped at him to deal some damage immediately, and now we can break it with our other attack, with the Grimoire. And now he is staggered, so I believe he takes more damage in this state. Maybe he doesn't. But it interrupts his turn, so being able to use that is very important. And, yeah, our action, energy, mana, whatever you call it, is at the top. We need to correspond. Okay, what's happening up here? Oh, I'm going to steal the ether so he can't do it. Oh, that's so cool. I think I'm just going to bonk him. Yeah, that seems pretty good. It looks like I can't use my action just yet. They dramatically improved the, like, health prediction meter. So now it's, like, very accurate. It counts for all sorts of things, except for, like, crits, of course. I don't know if it's possible to account for crits without making a range, which I think would just be visually messy. Take a lot of poison damage here. I'm not really a fan of that. I'd really rather not, you know? Alright, we'll just bonk him. Wow. It takes forever to fill up this Grimoire. Well, we're going to have more friends, so don't worry about it. This is a roguelite, so one thing you'll notice as we pop up here, there is worthiness. Our Grimoire, of course, is our newest friend, so he doesn't have anything. But Jotun is the GOAT. Here's the first character I ever played with, and he's level 4. That gives you a lot of just like passive bonuses like +1 to shield generation or +1 to attack, you know, that sort of thing, depending on what their role is. The Jotun is very much so a tank. He can redirect attacks to himself. He can generate a whole bunch of shields for himself. He can even heal. He's kind of the GOAT, which is why I call him the GOAT. I'm not really sure what we want our third party member to be. Maybe I could get the Star Seeker. Because he would play really well into our elemental shenanigans. But I don't really want the Orthos to be attacking the Grimoire. He seems quite frail. We're going to get our first level up in a moment, which will probably reassure me that they is quite frail indeed. We stole the ether, so that guy can no longer make a decent attack. Unfortunately, he lived at 1. The basic attack will generate ether based off what ether the person attacking is related to. And normal mode's pretty chill. This is definitely for learning, experimenting. Ooh, nice deflect. I should have paid more attention to that. For sure. That's okay. You probably want an earth character. So gargoyle. Do we really want a slime? Eh. Ah. It looks like I need some fire generation for my Grimoire. We can do, well, the gargoyle could do fire. I'm getting a lot of water ether. I'm at 9. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself, though. We need to get to the next level to find my friend. Alright, what do we got? For every 3 fire ether consumed by allies, apply burn to all enemies. Burn is interesting. I'm not really a huge fan of it because it activates when an enemy takes an action. For every 4 burn to all enemies, applies shield all allies for 3. Whenever this monster generates or consumes ether, shield self equal to the amount of generated or consumed ether. Ooh. Burning Desire really depends on what kind of friends we're looking for. We could go Burning Fire just to have something. Maybe we'll go Ether Shield. It'll just, you know, keep us safe. On attack, deals a hit with damage equal to half the shields. Turn it up. Gains aging for every 3 age. Applies redirect and shields. Ooh, aging is very strong. But we'll go with Safeguard. So one mechanic is corruption. And the way corruption works... Hold on, let me read this real quick. An every turn applies one temporary power and heals self for 3. Ooh. Okay. The way that corruption works is as you take damage, you will gain corruption. There's on the left, bottom left, next to Jotun's HP bar, there is a 1 in a pinkish purplish heart. And that is basically reducing his effective max health. However, you can heal... Hey, epic loot. You can heal into your corruption. So, it's really not that big of a deal until you start getting to like 10, 15. Well... well... The Mandragora was buffed in the not this patch, but the previous patch. Maybe we bring out the Mandragora. This is a healing focused monster, but he also can do a lot of earth shenanigans. The downside is he doesn't do any fire. I think Nosferatu can do some fire, but he's not a fire creature. We could lean into Terror to try and like increase our damage, because it's kind of low right now. Shall we bring out the Nosferatu? Let's give him a shot. I've used the Mandragora before. He's worthy to level 3. So we can pull out the Nosferatu. Maybe he can support. I haven't played with Nosferatu very much. His real shtick is applying Terror, which is an incredible debuff. On Enterprise powers itself, on action, chance to generate random ether, 10% chance to crit. Sure, there you go, bud. It was epic loot indeed. Sometimes that's plus 2 XP, which is like... did I really want plus 2 XP here? I'm going to parry this. It's Richard D. Pekka! He was the last monster that was added in an update. Alrighty, well... We have the AP for this. We do not. Okay. Well, I'm relying on water a lot here. Okay. You hate to see it. We got rid of one guy. That's nice. So Terror, like I said, is a debuff. And for each point of Terror, the enemy will take more... damage. I would love to taunt here, but I'm going to taunt... Well, okay, sure. I believe they go from top to bottom, so this will redirect the Tatzelwurm. One of my favorite. My favorite units, the Tatzelwurm. I suppose we'll shriek at him. I hope it attacked. Yeah, no. Okay. I was mistaken. So it's going from left to right? Okay. Not ideal, but it is what it is. We made it work, you know? We'll make it work. Have no fire. Nada. Zip. Zilch. Can I kill him with a basic attack? No, I cannot. Okay. Well... we'll take that, thank you. So these two are buffing themselves, which is fine. You can do that. We'll have the Nosferatu just do a basic attack. That should be enough to kill. We have all sorts of procs going off right now. You'd love to see it. We're on fire! Not having a healer is really not ideal. It's fine, though. It's fine. After every combat, we'll regenerate HP up to, well, I should have done this first, I guess. Up to our point of corruption. If I crit... he no. He staggers. Oh, he'll stagger himself on burn. Hey! There we go. Burn was useful for something. Burn does scale very well with Terror from Nosferatu. I think the one time I used Nosferatu, he ended up dying. I hope that's not a sign of things to come. We picked up the Monster Soul, which is what we use to capture. This is a creature collector, after all, to capture the monsters. I've unlocked them all, but I haven't purchased them all. This is a void meteorite, a fragment of a dying star that has landed here. They are quite rare. Something must have pulled it here by force. The void meteorite can bestow an elemental affinity perk to one of your monsters. It will enhance the monster's basic attack to deal damage of the respective element and generate an additional ether of that element. We're not really using earth right now. I had plenty of water last time, and I can't go back after selecting this, so... Shucks. I'll go earth. That's not always very useful, but maybe it'll be useful eventually. You never know. Well, I suppose you could know if you were more familiar with the abilities of the monsters. An altar. The top is a huge stone slab, pretty heavy for an altar, rather nondescript. It is probably dedicated to the monster deities, but it might as well be used by a number of different religious groups. To tell the truth, I've lost track of which cults are still around and which ones went out of fashion in the last century. I get it, Earl. The tassel verm is kind of the scariest thing here. I love the tassel verm. I am of the not-so-humble opinion that tassel verm is the highest damage dealer in the game. Even though I am aware that technically, I think it's Mephisto if you get really cheeky. But if you have to get cheeky for it, does it even count? I don't know. So this redirect will redirect the cockatrice. Well, we're just taking this, I guess. It is a basic attack coming at the Nosferatu, so it's not that big of a deal. I might end up having to replace him, honestly. At the start of every mission, we'll get a... I'm not sure what they're actually called, but the summoning portal. We can replace any dead or useless monster. I shouldn't call them useless, but you know what I mean. Am I really going to have to spend some points on this? I might. Alright. You'll steal ether for me. You'll roar. So we need to spend 1 earth and 1 fire in order to activate this Grimoire ability. Yeah, I wouldn't say I have the most balanced team comp at the moment. Unfortunately, he has both... Yeah. I need a source of earth. Not sure I'm going to get that. Oh, we'll figure it out. You heal yourself a little bit. We'll just shield up. We'll shield up and tank the cock. Context. It's called the cockatrice. Wow, that hurts so much. Oh. He killed himself. Well, I guess burn does have a use after all. Synchronous healing. Whenever you reach 5 ether of the same element, heals all allies for 2 times 3 triggers up to once per element per combat. Interesting. Enemies with terror have a 50% chance to miss. Whenever an enemy misses a hit, apply terror to them. Terror application +1. At the start of your turn, generate wild ether for every enemy with 5 or more terror. Cosmic Horror is probably really good if I had more ways to apply terror. I think we'll go blind, maybe? You know, we can go Cosmic Horror and just cross our fingers that we find a way into find a way into generating more terror? It's very likely that we will. That's kind of like his thing. Ooh, the cook. I don't remember what the witch does, and this is the Ether Spring. Ooh, okay, we're gonna go Ether Spring. The cook can give you a random perk, which is pretty nice, but, what did we roll here? The cock! Again, no elementals of Earth. The Ether Spring gives you a permanent buff for the rest of your run, and we got a little lucky here. At least I think... Can it roll all 4 in the first zone? Not sure. But I love wind. I'm a huge fan of it. At the end of each combat, 25% chance to gain an extra experience. Okay, you can, yeah. So water, cleanse 1 corruption from each of your monsters. That is guaranteed, but if I was on Heroic, I'd be tempted for that one, but we're going to go wind. The monsters on Heroic are so tough. And the thing is, like, one series of unfortunate events in Heroic can just end your existence. That's why I haven't beaten it yet. Like I said, I can always get to the final boss, and then it's just all ogre from there. Are those double dragons? Interesting. Let's knock them down. Knock them down and rack them up. Okay. So I have an Aqua Pounce. That's good. I think if we just shield Jotun, that'll deal with his own situation. Which leaves the Nosferatu to do this. We want him to inflict more terror. The fire. You stole my ether! Rude. Unbelievable. Unfathomable. Well. Let's start with this. Again, I think we just want Jotun to tank here. Let's take this opportunity to get some ether. And Jotun will shield up. I don't know if he can actually tank all of this, but he'll give it his best shot. Rude. So after an enemy has been shattered, they get this reset action. It's different for each monster. And it can sometimes, you know, turn the tide against you. So it's very important to keep an eye out for that. We are so far behind on Earth. If only Nosferatu... I think Nosferatu can learn an Earth thing. I hope he can, anyway. And once again, I think I'm just shields up. I need to get a shield generation bonus to Jotun, I think. Well, good news, everyone. Since the last time I played this game, I have obtained the Death Save, which is a passive you can get in town. It costs 500 crystals, and it gives each of your monsters a second life once per run. So Jotun just used his. 1 times 9 damage against target enemy. Consumes all fire ether, plus 4 damage and plus 4 poison damage for each. Ah, an X attack. Heals all allies. Generates water, fire, wind, ether. I have to consume earth, right? Heals damage to target enemy. Purchase 2 enemy ether. On interrupt deals 2 damage hit to all enemies. Oh, it's Firebolt. Ignis! Free action of redirect. That's pretty neat. Glacier Shield is pretty good too. Has reached a target ally. Retaliate. Triggers a 2 times 4 wild damage attack against them and applies 4 terror. Interesting. And this is all elements. I have never seen this before. So... we don't really want this, unfortunately. There were a few abilities added for the Grimoire. I wonder if that's one of them. Oh, there's my rerolls. Okay. This must be an elemental challenge. They say that it's up to the gods themselves whether one may pass it unscathed. You may send in one of the earth monsters in your party to take on the earth elemental challenge. They have a 50% chance to succeed, and they may retry until they succeed the challenge. Upon success, the monster will gain 1 XP and 100 worthiness. Upon failure, the monster is afflicted with the corruption. Unfortunately, I have no earth elements, so we cannot take on the challenge. Do a little bit of a teleport. That's one of my favorite features in this game, by the way. Any little like golden event you found, you could just yoink right to it. It's beautiful. Foul demon, ooze born of the bleakest womb. Now the tassel form, terrifying. Truly scary. But the ooze. The ooze. That thing scares me. Wow, this is very unfortunate. Alright. I did not generate an earth elemental. An earth ether, which means I cannot actually interrupt it. Well, I guess I can do it that way. Fair enough. That'll do. That'll do, pig. So if I terror this guy next turn, I might be able to just bonk him with the Scald. Let's see. Ow. That might have killed Nosferatu, by the way, if I hadn't intercepted it. That is some serious damage. We are definitely... You know what we're doing is we're stealing ether. That did so much damage because of the terror applied to him. And once again... Well, this will be okay. Glacial Shield coming in clutch here because we have a Poison Wave. This is fine. So the ooze is amusing. The reason why I called it a demon is the ooze is going to apply poison to everyone. That includes himself, by the way. So you can get a little out of control if you're not careful. I would kind of like to win now. And it's looking like that's not possible. We also have these down here, which are... I'm not sure what these are called, but they're actions the Aethermancer can take. Once per turn, you can use one of those to influence the battlefield in some capacity. This guy might actually... He might die? You know, I probably... Oh, no, it's fine. No, it's not fine. I probably could have killed with a Nosferatu and then taunted with Jotun. This is not going well. I wouldn't say our team composition is strong by any means. The reason I don't mind Jotun taking a beating is because we have the Corruption Cleanse. Well, he's a tank, so it's kind of what he's there for. But he also has the Corruption Cleansing thing, so even if he gets absolutely rocked, thrashed, and battered and bruised, you know, he'll recover. He'll recover when others would not. Others looking at the Nosferatu. And we cannot change... are artifacts, unfortunately. They're locked in. Even if you get a new one and replace it, it immediately scraps the old one. Well, that looks fun. All of a sudden, it looks a lot less fun. Okay. Bonk this. Let's go, belt. Let's go. What would be really great is like an aura that just applies terror. I think such a thing exists. Maybe? Pretty sure. I don't know, like I said, I haven't seen too much Nosferatu. I could burn down the dragon. That sounds fun. I'm also into interrupting this. Which unfortunately means the dragon gets to act. Okay. I think we'll be okay just letting Richard D. Pecker attack Nosferatu. There are ways to cleanse corruption outside of the artifacts, and we'll come across one soon. Assuming Nosferatu can live that long. He should be fine. Just only have 2 fire. Do we believe in the heart of the cards? We'll Glacier Shield because the Cockatrice is attacking us. So next turn, I can't do anything. I was gonna say, next turn I can blast him with the Firebolt, but I cannot. Aren't you taking burning damage? No, you're not. He said doesn't fire, which is rude. But I'm going to blow him up. I can do that too. Now, unfortunately, that unlocked the Grimoire, the tomes, but I can't use them, so. Because we won! But worry not. Once we get to the boss, we'll make good use of them. Alright, Nosferatu. A free action of being able to apply terror. Now we're talking. Hailstorm. 3 times 4 damage against target enemy. Applies 5 terror to all other enemies. I think we do. I think that's what we do. It's a free action, so we can do that for free. Which means he can doom something and then swing at it. I think we want the merchant, right? There is a merchant after the boss, though. I don't remember. Let's go to the witch. I don't remember what she does. The merchant's self-explanatory, and we went to the epic loot item previously. What do we got? Mandragora, huh? It appears once more. How do I level up the Nosferatu? Nice to meet you again, Syriax. Likewise. I hope the blank memento I gave you helped out. I don't think I'll find any more soon, though. But aside from that, I'll always help you out with my potions and crystals to guide your monsters by refocusing their talents. Well, that is already plenty, thank you. Lily holds a strange crystal in her hand. It exudes a volatile, pulsing energy. Look what I created. It is an active memory crystal. It contains the memories of a monster's past life. Give it to a monster to replace one of its skills with a new skill. Do you take the active memory crystal? I suppose the Jotun, sure. We can forget Ice Smash. Sure. What do we got? Lightning Shield. Shields all allies for 6. Deals damage to all enemies equal to the amount of shield on this monster. Shield Self for 2x7 applies redirect. Or Snow Charm. Heals target ally and shields target ally. Free action. Now that is a good ability, but we're going to reroll here. Because I'm looking for... Do I just take this? Shields all allies for 3x4. Cleanses 3 buffs from all allies. Applies redirect. I guess we'll take this. The ability to cleanse is very strong. And it's another form of redirect. I was really hoping for an aging trait, but that's okay. That'll do. It just further cements his role as a, as a tank. So this is the first boss, the Warden. The bosses are unique in that they have this glowing purple aura. And their shtick is that they are very rude. They get 2 actions. So when we shatter them, we don't remove all of their actions, we only remove 1. I should have done this first, but it's okay. And the question is, do I attack or do I redirect? Do I think the Grimoire can take a basic attack? I do. Now, this first boss is also kind of unique in that he has a neutral crystal. So everything we do will, you know, work its way towards shattering. Every single little thing. Need to do some Earth stuff. I kind of want to steal, but I also want to do this for 5 terror. I mean, we're going to shatter him, right? So. Unfortunately, this isn't going to do a whole lot of damage. Alright, more terror. We don't... Well, we do have a debuff. This guy also weakens, so the fact that we can cleanse that is very good. I guess we can do this. Sure. Oh, I break him either way. Well. Hey, the redirect still works out. 17 shield on the Grimoire, though. Maybe he should have tanked it. Tanked it anyway. That's fine. Alright. That is so much damage. So what we can do is we can Doom. And then I can blast him with the Firebolt. And that should fill my tome. So next turn we can unleash the power of the tome. Do I do this again? Or, you know, we could just taunt. We'll save our... I don't know if I need any ether for this, but we'll find out. I think I've called it AP, but you know what I mean. More terror. Ah, the Volcanic Guard, the classic. El Clásico. Pain, suffering. Rude. You're weakening me. Alright, so... I think I'm just going to do this. Because this will cleanse our weaken. I hope I don't need all this AP either. The weaken can really stack up in this fight. Alright, so what do we got? I do need ether. So, burn wave. 3x5 damage against all enemies. Apply burn. 3x4 wind damage. Steel. 3x5 damage against the target enemy. Purchase 2 enemy ether. The target has burn. Otherwise, apply 3 burn. Yeah, sure, we'll go with this one. Oh, I don't need AP for it. Aether. Nice. I do unfortunately get volcanic guarded, but it is what it is. That's how the mechanic works. So it's able to both purge and steal. Ether, which is fantastic. Okay. Ooh, Nosferatu might die here. Oh, no, I have the redirect. We're clean. I just make sure that at no point does Jotun die. That's it. If we manage that, we're good. GG. Alrighty. Well. That was the first boss. At the start of your turn, generates wild ether. At the end of your turn, consume all wild ether and deal a 4 damage hit to this monster for each. To this monster? So it's basically saying if I don't, I generate 2 wild ether for free, but I have to spend it or else I'm taking damage. On every 4 attacks from allies, purges 1 enemy ether. On interrupt, deal 6 fire wind damage hit to that enemy. Purge is pretty good. We can prevent the enemy from doing some really cute stuff with this, but I kind of want to see some other stuff. Whenever an ally purges or steals ether, generates 1 additional ether of the same element. Allies take 1 more damage from all hits. Ugh. Whenever this monster purges or steals ether, breaks 1 poison of the same element on all enemies. I think you just want to go ether cycle here. It's boring, but it's going to be pretty good. For every 7 ether consumed by allies, generate 1 wild ether. Free ether is pretty good. For every 20 damage absorbed by shields on allies, generates wild ether. On attack, deals a hit damage. Blah, blah. As long as this monster has redirect, allies gain +1 defense and +1 shielding. Does that include himself? This trait affects all allies or enemies at once. You can only have 1 of each aura trait. So, I guess so. That's not bad, but let's do Cosmic Absorption. We're doing a lot of shielding. Mostly from Jotun. Could you imagine if Nosferatu got that 2 XP, we'd all be leveled up equal. The same tier for once. Alright, so that was the first boss, the master of the first biome. And now we're moving on to a way to cleanse corruption. Ta-da! Look at that. All the damage we took, gone. I have to say, I'm quite fond of the way your monsters have been using ether to their advantage. Do you think I could win you over to our cult of ether by any chance? Sorry, but no, I have no interest in joining any religious groups. Well, it was worth a shot. Care to buy anything? So this guy, he sells an artifact, that's what they're called. Target monster generates 1 random ether and heals and shields them for 7. That's pretty good. I'll take it. He also sells some equipment. Right now, all allies gain 7% critical chance and 7% evasion. Wind generated +1. Whenever a monster applies a debuff to an enemy, 20% chance to apply another stack of the same debuff. Cannot trigger with itself. Ooh. It's only a 20% chance, though. It'd be really good for Nosferatu and his terror, but I'm going to go with this. Replace the Ocarina. And he also sells bonus XP. This is a +1 XP to a random monster. You can purchase it many times as you can afford it. It goes up by 5 every time. So now it was 10, now it's 15, now it's 20, and I can't afford it anymore. We could also find a new monster if we would like. the Wormling, and the Warden. The Warden. So, the Warden would actually synergize pretty well with our stuff, and he's an Earth element, which is something we're missing. Because he too is a tank, but he synergizes with like purging and removing ether, which we are doing quite a lot. Do I do it? Are we in? I think we're in. I'm sorry, Nosferatu. Oh, we got some gold back. On support action from any ally applies 1 weakness to the enemy with the lowest amount of weakness. Weakness also reduces the damage of enemies. The actual number of damage being dealt is really low, so -1 damage is quite the percentage. Whenever an ally purchases or steals ether, generates 1 additional ether of the same element. Allies take 1 more damage from... On single target attack from any ally, if the enemy has less than 2 weakness, applies 1 weakness. Seems good. Lava. Hey, look, this is fire and earth. Those are things I'm struggling with. 2 times 3 damage against all enemies. Purchase 1 enemy ether. On interrupt, generates 1 random ether. Sure. There's also this, which is pretty good. A free action shield that we can give to anybody, but we're going to Lava Tide. Nice. Sorry, Nosferatu, but we're here to be tanky. You know what? This actually also works for the Warden, because he applies weakness nonstop. Cool. So, the Warden, just to clarify, he does power stuff, okay. I never explained Jotun's passive, just know he's the GOAT. Whenever damage is dealt to this monster shield, deals a combined water-wind attack to the attacker that deals not much damage. That's why he broke the other guy's guard. Okay, fair enough. I knew that. I mean, I knew that's what Jotun did. So yeah, bonus shield application from the Warden would also have been a great challenge, great thing to pick up there, because it would synergize with the Odin. The Warden is just a great character. I really enjoy using him. Now that is a mighty sight to behold. Are you talking about Warden? Yes, your Warden looks like a true protector. Nature's unfiltered power against all who dare intrude, and if tamed as someone you can truly rely upon. It is good to have allies like that around. When things cut close, you know you can count on them, and that is what is most important. Sir Tiberian is having trouble holding a variety of trinkets in his hand. Look at all of this epic equipment, Sidiox. Hey, you want to trade some equipment, maybe? I promise you mine are amazing. Sure. We'll trade the scepter. Not bad, not bad. What would you like in return? Increase damage of burn. Ooh. 25% evasion is kind of nutty. That's a 1 in 4. Ether +1. Basic attack generate additional water ether. Converts the first 1 ether generated by this monster Eastern into wild ether. Grants a 10% chance to evade each incoming hit. Target returns shield cell for 4. At the start of combat, applies on temporary power. Action chance to generate random ether. That could be really good. Now, we did just unequip the scepter. So if we were going to replace a weapon, an item for the Grimoire, both boots and orb would be fantastic. I wonder how this actually works with, because the Grimoire already generates ether, or wild ether. Instead of 2/2, he generates 1 wild. Oh yeah, we'll take the boots. Yeah, I just realized that's actually goes to the Grimoire. I don't get to pick. Oh, hey. I can parry. I've already recorded 2 videos today that was all about parrying, so I can do it. Would you look at that? There's a Grimoire over there. And I'm gonna purge it. It's very unfortunate that none of my elements line up here. But, it's okay. You know, I'm not really afraid of, much here. Maybe I should be. Ooh, okay, so we got the... Let's see. The tea of many spices. We'll drop it some shields because I don't, I can't do anything. You know, those attacks are going at the Grimoire. I'm just gonna have to embrace it. Good miss. Oh, 2 misses. Magnifique. I have so much wind, we should be good to go now. Sure. Do this. Everyone get shields. Everyone get shields. And we'll redirect. We are ready with the Tome of Doom. What do we got? You can purge 5 times 3 damage against target enemy. Deal 7 damage hit to self. Purge to enemy either. No. Shield self for 2 times 3 applies additional shield equal to the remaining ether. Deals damage to target enemy equal to the amount of shield on this monster. Don't I have a yeah, I do. Cool. Wow. Who should I kill? There could be only one Grimoire. Drop the base. Cool. Yeah, the Warden was the correct call. I have 27 shield, by the way, on a book. 30 shield. I take it back. Double miss. All across the sky hit me. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh yeah, the gargoyle has a sidekick. But that's why I had a gazillion shield. The downside to Firebolt now is that it does use all of the fire, which is of course not ideal. But it's okay. Boom. Lava Tide. I wish I had a way to more reliably obtain power. Well, that's alright. I'm not too bothered right now. I need to spend 1 water. Tanked. There are a number of ways I can spend water, like so. For the Glacier Shield. Weakness. Alright, what do we got? It's a purge? Interesting. Alright. Death. Which is the inescapable end. This is actually the end of combat, too. Interesting. So, the Grimoire has been a very curious being thus far. It kind of feels like it just can fit itself into almost anything. On support action, converts 1 random ether into wild ether and shield self for 2. Increase damage of each fire hit by 1. I think we're scrapping that. That seems like scrap material. My friends. A soul altar. A crude altar crafted by the monsterkin many centuries ago as a place of worship for the monster deities. A sacrifice is required for those who wish to use the soul altar's power. Should you accept, one of your spare monster souls will be released into the void. You may then choose a temporary boon that will aid you monsters in the next 2 battles. You'll be offered a selection of boons based on the types of your monsters. The soul altar may be used multiple times, but only one of its boons may be active at any time. I don't know how that works. I mean, shall we find out? The Surge Combat applies 3 burn to all enemies. Allies gain aging and +3 damage for every stacks of 3 aging on them. Sure. Was that just the, Okay, I don't know. Maybe at the altar, the things that I can choose from, it removed one of them. Oh, hey, it's the crab. The interdimensional crab. I'm not sure about the Shambler. It's a really bizarre critter. Which I do realize is a little strange coming from my current loadout, but... I know you can't see, but I visualize with my hand the generic motioning towards all of this. Well, I mean, I can steal your thingy, so you can't buff. That thing, that little gremlin with a cauldron on its back, which is boiling, by the way, is a support character. Pretty neat one, too. I got swiped. I have no Aether. Very rude. How do I want to play this? Well, that's one way, I suppose. Can't quite kill that. By staggering that one guy, nothing has happened. But I think if I punch this guy, which I crit, so he's dead. But I think the burn takes effect right before the action, so even if he does attack me, he would still die. The crab is doing things. I'm not sure what he's doing, but things. We need some earth. You know? So we can set him on fire, reduce his crystal to 1, and then we can lava retaliated. But he missed. Told you, 24% evasion is very good. We do gain bonuses for staggering him, but I don't know how applicable they're going to be. Just, you know. I play video game good, Mechanics. They're important to obey, even if it's just to get into the habit of it. Habits are a terrifying thing, you see. A bunch of damage. I like a bunch of damage. Damage good. Big like damage. Nice. The fact that's a free, not only a free action, but a no ether action as well is kind of insane. It really encourages you to build a comp with all access to all elements, like I've done now. Once we evicted the bat. Whenever this monster purchases or steal ether, breaks 1 poison of the same element. Retaliate, generate random ether. I do really like Return to Ether, but the Warden's not tanking. Whenever you reach 5 ether of the same element, applies weakness and deals 5 damage to that element to each enemy. I suppose we can go Synchronous Surge. There's really not a lot of ether we are hitting 5 on, but we can. Alright, sure. If we get the chance to rebirth, we might take it. On-support action claims 2 debuffs and applies for temporary round to target ally. That's a skip for me. Oh, right, the banner is stacking with the booties. That's correct. Alright, so... This is the... what? The spring? I guess we're going to the spring. Will this carry over to the next zone? Do I have a monster soul to sacrifice? Nope. Okay, fair enough. So the spring in the second biome has different options. Do I even have a monster soul? Ah, no I don't. Let's see what the options are. At the start of your turn, generate 1 water ether, 1 wind ether. Ooh. We'll use wind. Where do we use? I think everyone has a wind attack. But yeah, the options from the first biome and the second biome are different for the generator. Oh, creature! Demon born from the Blinker's womb! Kill it! That is the Mephisto. Arguably the strongest character in the game. I say arguably with such uncertainty because... Alright, so here's how it works. Every turn, the first person to act on each team... You know what? I think we just buff here. The first person to act on each team will obtain a debuff. And it's either terror or burning. So that is a little bit of a double-edged sword. He himself is going to acquire... No, his little friend down there in the corner got terror. But you can stack this very easily, of course. Did he just apply terror to his own friend by attacking too? So anyway, you can really stack terror and burning and just overall screw with people on the enemy team. My uncertainty is because 1, he was nerfed, and 2, it's a little frisky. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. I'm playing towards my tome, and I'm not sure if I should be. But I am. Alright, get on, bud. Okay. Tell me up, daddy. Shield cell for 2x3, positional shielding. Ooh, okay, we can bonk something. Generates wild ether. Man, if I wish you had an AoE, that'd be great if you did. But I can just use this to bonkening something. So, we can Lava Tide you. Oh, it looks like I still have the aging effect going on from the shrine. And you can lay bonkening. And then bonk. The lay bonkening into the bonk. It's not fancy. You know? Just a regular slap. Thankfully, we're going to reach worthiness level 2 here, which is nice. Level 5! Start of your turn, generate wild ether. No. On attack, consumes up to 1 wild ether to deal 8 wild damage and purge 1 enemy ether. For every 3 ether purge are stolen by this monster of high power. Split ether could be really good. We don't actually need wild ether. It's just something that we can, benefit from. Unlike the Star Seeker, who actually uses wild ether. The Grimoire does not. It just generates and plays around with it. You're a new friend, too. Mike Golden. What would you... Congratulations, my dear Aethermancer. You have finally found me. Excuse me? I suppose you've heard tales of me. I don't think so, sorry. So I take it you did not brave the void, hoping to rescue me. No matter, I am Mike Leonard Golden, knower of all things, both the mundane and the arcane. In fact, I've just now sated my curiosity regarding the inner workings of the void. If you don't mind, I will take my leave now. Permanently. Somebody's got to regale the fine folks of Pilgrim's Rest with tales of the void, you see. I suppose that path behind you should be safe enough. By rescuing this character, you and your monsters have formed a bond. And we got corruption cleansing. Nice. There are a whole bunch of new characters since the last time I played, but I don't think they really have an action. A portrait of a shark with a magnificent beard. I honestly do not know what it is. It is neither a monsterkin nor a monster, at least none that I have encountered. And certainly the meaning of the portrait has been lost when the original inhabitants of the fortress lost this place. Maybe it simply represents wisdom. Shark with a beard. That's new as well. Huh. Is that a reference? This it's not a sequel, but it's a follow-up title to the developers. It's not really a follow-up either. The developers before this made a Monster Sanctuary, which maybe that was a reference to it. I don't know. Alrighty, well, turn 1. You have a foul demon. I'm gonna yoink it. Or yoinking that ether. It's mine. Oh, this would have been perfect. Well, I don't know. Alright, we're shielding up. And we are completely out of ether. You inflicted terror on yourself. Good job, Mephisto. That little shite stole from me, too. Alright, we have enough for the Great Purge, and I think we're going to rip it. The Lava Tide, excuse me. We need a fire and a water. Would you look at that, team? I can do both. Get you someone who can do both. Did I crit? Is that why that guy, Huh. Got all excited. This does happen every now and again. You get to the point where you have so many layering auras and effects that you're like, I wonder why that happened. No, what happened? Hey, that guy's on fire. That means I can purge him. Alchemical charge. Let's rip it. We missed the Mephisto. Well. Won't miss this. That was the Wild Ether kicking in there. Doing great work. Slow start, but then once we got to the second turn, it was kind of over. There we go, our first worthiness level up. We got some Ether Crystals, which are the resource you can use in the roguelite bit, and the Wild Conversion +1. Okay. There's a Retaliate I'm into. Oh, wait, hold on. Retaliate, shield self for 5. If this trait triggers 3 times, cleanse 3 corruption from self. Only cleanses corruption to once per combat. So, upon retaliation, shield 5. Whenever an enemy's weakness is consumed, it applies redirect to self. Interesting. Let's go into corruptible. I mean, I'd always love more ether, but something defense is king. Something. Hey, this must be an elemental challenge. It's a water challenge. Grimoire. The Grimoire attempts to brace the challenge. Grimoire has failed. Try again. It is now a 65% chance he succeeds. Gaining 100 worthiness and 2 points of experience. Due to his initial failure, however, he did gain 5 points of corruption, but that's okay. Nothing that can't be out-healed, out-shielded, or otherwise removed in the near future. Just money? Okay. Money, of course, is just resources we can use at the merchant. I believe we will find one more merchant before... Excuse me? Oh, I hit the wrong target. It was invisible. What was I supposed to do? Before the final boss. What are we working with here? It's a buff, that's an attack. For sure I want to swipe, at least. Swipe or no swiping. We can even shatter him? I think that's what we're gonna do. Someone's gonna have to tank this, but that's fine, I think. The Grimoire will be okay. Oh, it's not even going for the Grimoire, it's going for me. That's fine. By me, I mean the Jotun. Cool. So... this'll do. It'll do a little too well, actually. The wild ether elements. Doing the work. Do I care? I think we'll just auto this. And then we'll, oh. We believe, right? We believe in the heart of the cards. I believe only Jotun has popped his death save. Ah, it wasn't even that bad. That could have been so much worse. So let's find out how worse it could have been. I think we gemstone. Yetos! Diletos! Look at all my buffs go. All my effects in sequence. Alright. You don't get any tricks. Only I get the tricks. Tricks are for kids. Our build is finally coming together. You love to see it. Start of your turn, shield self for 3. At the start of combat, applies 1 force to self. The end of combat cleanses through corruption. That's really good. I do like the banner. It's not much, 7% crit chance and evasion. But it is nice. We'll take this. Jotun's here to tank. Something defense is king. That's Jotun's duty. Right, we have the merchant, we have the envoy, or we have loot. Let's tap. Oh, nope. I don't want you. Gold. Oh. We get a merchant guaranteed before the boss, right? Or am I crazy? Be a real shame if I go here and I don't get to see him. We'll go to the gold. I don't remember what this looks like at all. I usually don't go here. Can I get, ether crystals? You dare ambush me? I'll ambush you. One feedback I do have is, I would like to see the... I don't remember how scary the gargoyles actually are. I would like to see the time, like a way to increase the speed. Because once you, start laying all these effects together, it really just takes forever to get through all of it. You know? Unfortunately, I have no other actions. Get that weakness in, though. Wait. Weakness makes you deal 1 singular point of damage, not -1. Okay. Yeah, I knew it was good. I just got the wrong reason. Fire Earth. Hey, I know someone who can do Fire Earth. It's Cosmic Tome time. Sure. That'll stagger him. And then we can bop you. Get all that ether. Yeah, the wild hit there was such a good pickup. And then you are hitting me, so I'm just gonna Glacier Shield myself and hit you in the face. Jotun the goat. Armor is perfect for Jotun. I think if there were another... The other tank-type character is the Gargoyle. But I really don't think the Gargoyle can hold a candle to Jotun. He's just kind of the goat. You know? These are both basic attacks, so it doesn't really matter if we purge. A good one. 2 points of weakness, by the way, means that the next 2 attacks are going to deal 1. That's actually crazy. I don't know why I didn't realize that when I was reading. Reading is hard. That was their sidekick, by the way. I did a frightening amount of damage. So let's end them, shall we? I don't see any burn on the map. Alright. Kaboom! End their miserable existence. I don't know how this guy doesn't die, but it's okay. How does your basic attack not kill? Whatever. We are chilling. I don't think we get any worthiness level ups. You do get more worthiness in heroic mode, which makes sense because it's quite a lot harder. Common equipment at this stage is insulting to say the least. This pentagram holds a dark power that is not native to Terrestray. It is a sacred place dedicated to something grander and far older than our world. You stand before the pentagram of Force Rebirth. It allows you to rebirth any one of your monsters by force. They will be reborn as the same monster, but all of their corruption will be cleansed and all of their skills will be reset. A large payment of gold is required for a complete rebirth, which results in no experience lost. You may also choose to perform an incomplete rebirth, but your monster will end up with 3 less XP than it has now. So basically what that means is if you don't like the skills that you got upon leveling, you can reset, basically. Now, because we have so much money, we can actually do a full rebirth. But sometimes it's not always necessary. If you're like level 6 and you have 3 points of experience, you can just rebirth and you'll still be level 6. And in the demo, you don't really lose anything because level 6 is close to the highest level you can be. You're not allowed to do anything fun. Wow. You're really weak against this enemy. We'll just spread the weakness then. Gotta spread the love. Can you feel the love tonight? Even misses consume weakness. Good to know. Annoying, but good to know. Alright. A reckoning. Look at that damage. Okay, they're buffing themselves. Do I care? Not overly. I do like all the effects going off, though. That makes me happy. We'll stanger you. I believe this turn we can... Wait, is that all? Oh, it is. Oh, okay. We're gonna have to treat this with a little respect. I need fire. Now it's my turn. Let the reckoning commence. That's unfortunate. But hey, we'll purge. Purging is the way. I think I'm going to want a shield here, so we'll swing with you. Yeah, that Wild Ether talent was such a clutch pick. And then we will Winter Guard. Because I'm a little concerned about what's coming my way, but I think we'll be okay. Maybe. Double Grimoire, huh? That was gnarly. I don't think we can double Grimoire, but... Ooh, okay. Big hits. I got some shield back thanks to that talent, so that's nice. Purge! Okay. No big deal. If I AoE first... Can you redirect that? No. No, we cannot. Navi's a straight up kill, huh? Okay. Fair enough. I like how much Wild Ether I have, even though it's just consumed every time. Alright. Good job. Double Grimoire was pretty spooky. Unfortunately, you cannot have doubles of characters as far as I'm aware. Applies 2 age to target ally. Ooh, if we actually had an aging mechanic, that'd be so good. And it generates water, water, water. Water, water, water. Heals all allies for 5, shields all allies for 5. Free action. Oh, and we have the Firebolt, but for wind. I feel like I would re-roll this if I could. If I roll... No, it's not... It's really not worth me doing this. This is an actual turn for me. I guess we can take this just in case we get, like... If we have a bunch of stuff. Safeguard. On every 4 attacks from allies, purchase 1 enemy ether. Ooh. Whenever enemy's weakness is consumed, 50% to apply weakness to another random enemy. Well, that's funny. I like that a lot. Although, wait. We're coming up with the final boss, which is a singular entity. Ah, well. I believe we have 1 or 2... Oh. Do I want to rebirth anybody? Nah, we're doing okay. It's fine. But we did get the chance to go to the merchants. An occult ritual circle. Definitely a recent addition to its environment. It is dedicated neither to soul nor to the monster deities. The isolated nature of the Forbidden Fortress has made it a perfect hiding place for unheard of religious groups that prefer to remain unheard of. They're unheard of and they prefer to remain that way. It'd be kind of a waste if I didn't visit him one last time. I was wondering, you are a regular visitor to Pilgrim's Rest, but you don't live or have a place to stay there, right? Yes, that is correct. We only come by temporarily for our business. Well, where do you spend most of your day, then? Where do you sleep? Well, here. Sally and I don't feel home anywhere outside of the fractured ruins. You know that's bad for you, right? Why? Oh, you mean because of the void. Do not worry, Syriax. Many things are known to us. Get to buy anything? Oh, that's not creepy. Ether +1. Ooh. Initial shield and burn damage. On single target attack applies weakness. Oh. Fire generator, water generator, burn damage. You know, I think these are both very good. Take the horn, but I think we're just going to spend all of our money on YOLO experience. Maybe Jotun will reach level 6. 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 Got a little unlucky there, I think. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, the final boss. The Starseeker. I think that's what it's called. I actually really like this guy. The Void has chosen Earth. Whenever an ally or enemy uses an Earth action, Star Spawn, that's what's called, Star Spawn, generates a wild ether. So you can capture this guy and use him for your own machinations if you would like. He has two types of elements, Earth and Wind, but that can actually change. And like all good bosses, he also acts twice. But of course, the difference is if we play into his chosen element, he generates wild ether, which can then be used to do all sorts of terrifying things. Oh, I should have done that first. So we can do these once per turn, so we'll do it next turn. I could do this to generate random stuff. We'll use it when we need it. I might not even need it. This isn't that big of a deal on normal. You really overpower the enemy if you kind of, do the thing. If you play the game correctly. If you fight all the monsters along the way, if you pick up level ups, if you kind of have even some remote semblance of strategy, normal mode is not the end of the world. Wind. I think I'm still playing Wind, though. I need fire and earth. I need one of everything. So we use the horn there to get some power. And we use swipe. Swipe or no swiping. Oh, I'm going all in on ignoring my penalty here. Well. Oh yeah, just feed him. Just feed him Wild Ether. What's the worst that could happen? That Icy Assault, he does that almost every turn on Heroic mode, and it bloody hurts. It's so difficult to overcome. By the way, if we let him get to 5, which it looks like he's going to do, pain is what awaits us. What am I missing? Earth or fire? Do I dare rip this? I do. There's 5 Wild Ether for you, bud. I get to steal. I can generate Wild Ether. No, we steal for sure. Absolutely. Can I not steal Wild Ether? Oh, is it one free action per turn? Oh, okay. Used to me. I guess it makes sense, though. Well, let's apply some birding. And see how heavily we get pwned here. That wasn't too bad at all. Now what about this? Ow! Alright, he has reset for power. And he's also switched his elements to wind and or water and fire. I think. That's what that is. So we will take a free action here. Turns out it was a good thing to get that, I think. I could do this again. Shall we just, yeet? Not too shabby. So once again... You know what? The tea of many spices. Let's go. Shield up. Shields up, Iron Breakers. We can even purge something here. What's its element? Water? Okay, cool. Let's just keep purging. Weakness, purging, shielding. It's all pretty good. Wow. You did not give a shit about my weakness. 25 shields, by the way. Just demolished. But for each attack, you took burn, so... That's that. And we're going to wrap things up with the tome's greatest ability. I do like Gemstone. The Gemstone Fist. We're fisting the Star Seeker. Star Spawn. Get fisted. GG. 10 gold. Nice. And that was a boss. The final boss. For the demo. Hello, Aethermancer. To make it this far, quite impressive. So you do remember. You look well. Have you enjoyed life? Your freedom? Us, we could never imagine to complain. We take it your surprise has robbed you of your speech. Or is it the guilt? Who could say? Can you hear them? Farewell, Sidiox, for your soul will rot in the eternal flow of ether, as is their will. End of demo. Hey, here's a big bad. Done. Aethermancer. Always good to see you. Bird Zinch thing. Greater Demon of Zinch. You made it. For now. Despite all the challenges, you and your monsters have cleared the second biome. But you still ought to reach the holy city of Vigil. Thank you for playing Aethermancer at this early stage in development. We hope you enjoyed your adventure. This is just the taste of the game There are a lot of improvements, more biomes, player classes, other features, and of course, monsters on our roadmap. Your support along the way would mean a lot to us. Wishing the game on Steam helps us get more visibility and sends you a notification when Aethermancer releases. Also, you are more than welcome to share your thoughts with us on Discord or Steam, or just hang out with us in a community consisting of cool people, not biased. The Moirai team. P.S. You can keep playing the demo. Indeed, this is like my third or fourth video? And I've also played a few off camera to get the new monsters as they arrive. Look at all these people showing up in town. Believing is the first step in achieving. That is why I will never stop believing in myself, you see. If I could do a proper transatlantic accent, I think that's what I would do for him. I know quite a bit around people around here, you know. They don't know I can hear them thanks to my extra ears. Do you really have 6 ears? Wow. Okay. But yeah, these are all the characters. I'm assuming they'll get fleshed out and like get proper jobs and whatnot. You're new as well. Aetherium forging is a long-standing monsterkin tradition. Yes. This is a lady that you buy the monsters from once you've captured them. Well, it is about time for me to head out into the void again. I wonder what I'll discover this time. It is quite fascinating how the abundance of ether changes the effects of various ingredients and potions, but do not worry, I still have some time to help you out. So once you capture them, they pop up here. And you can purchase them, which allows you to begin the run with them. But as long as you've captured them, I'm pretty sure they can just show up at the little teleporter thingy. But yeah. That is, that's the Grimoire. How did I feel about him? It was okay. I've heard you've been using some monsters with a bit of age on them. Is that true, son? Yes, it is. Some of them are actually quite old. Why do you ask? I think you've made a fine choice taking them along. There is wisdom in age, and knowledge brings power. I would have denied it in my younger years, though, especially in front of older folks. but now, at my age, I can safely say I just didn't want them to be right. This guy unlocks some stuff for you. Did I already get this? Oh. No, I didn't. The max HP, it's only 5, but it could be helpful. Do I want to get another merchant thing? And then there's another roguelite upgrade up here with this guy. Have you ever met Mithras, the one they call Aethermancer Regents? I know them. One of the 15 original Aethermancers created by Sol and one of the 3 founders of Aquilas. Indeed, and they are the only one of the 3 founders who still reside in Aquilas. They're a true believer of the cause. One only needs to hear them speak to know. One day, Aquilas will become the guiding light of Terreste, Sidiox. Okay, great. And this guy is the one who gave me the death save. I want this, yes. Skill reroll, thank you. Alright, but my friends, that was Aethermancer. I almost called it Monster Trade or something. That was Aethermancer. As I said at the start, if you would like to test out the demo for yourself, give her a spin. You can find a link to the Steam page in the description down below, or the patch notes if you'd like to read them for yourself. If you'd like to see a heroic mode, feel free to let me know. I might challenge it. I can't promise I'll use the Grimoire, because I think we need a very specific team to take on the devastating challenges that await us. And speaking of devastating challenges, before I say farewell, here is the killing blow of the Starspawn in my first run attempting to acquire the Grimoire. Thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you to the patrons and the channel members support channel. I greatly appreciate you. If you'd like to help my channel, feel free to join the description down below, and I will see you in the next one.